want to say call Halayim La, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who still rule and teach well, and peace and blessings and safety to the Lord's elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, mainly in America, pushing His word in humility and sincerity as commanded by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And the title of this lesson is False Accusations and Persecution via AI. Okay, via AI, which AI is the technology is definitely advancing rapidly. Okay, I just watched a video and it featured Google VO3, Google VEO3. Okay, and this technology, Google VO3, I guess it's like $250 a month. But basically, you would type in what they call a prompt. You would type in a storyline or a scenario, and then the Google VO3 AI, it will generate imagery based upon whatever you type in. And what's what's taking people what's taking people back about it is the fact that it looks so real. It looks so real. The people look real, the background look real, and not like past AIs. Like this is a more realistic looking version of the AI, man. Okay. And see, we see what this devil is doing. The scriptures say in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay. So the men of the Lord willing, we are part of that number, the elect of the nation of Israel. We are not ignorant to what Esau Edom, which is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. We're not ignorant to what he's doing, man. Okay, with his technology and how he's going to utilize his technology. And remember, the United States government, the United States military in particular, they've already made it known decades ago that they have technology that's 40 years in advance from what the public actually has, from whatever's released to the public. They have technology that's 40 years more advanced than that. So, for example, in the 1960s, they had the technology of the CD-ROM, the CD disc that you put in your Walkman, the CD, you put your headphones on, you listen to the CD. They had that technology in the 1960s, but it didn't become available to the public until the 1990s. Okay, so Esau has technology that if they will release it today, the general public would not believe that it's real. And I believe that this is going to be one of the ways that they bring persecution upon the prophets. They also have something called deep fake. Okay, and the scriptures do speak about this because you may say, well, what precepts is saying that? Well, Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, it speaks about how he would deceive the people with all power. It says with all deceivableness of unrighteousness and power and lying wonders, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures. Great lying wonders. Okay, so AI will fall under a lying wonder. Okay, because they can they have something called deep fake where they could put your face on this imagery, and they do it all. They've been doing it all the time with the P Diddy shit. You know, you have actual Instagram and Facebook accounts that's fully AI generated. Okay, and they do these things to make money, you know, through the views and whatnot. Okay, so don't be surprised if you see an AI generated image of yourself, or you see an AI image generated of the elders, you know, and they're doing something that obviously we would never do. See, because this is how the devil gets down. Pursuant to Revelation 12 and 12, it says, the accuser of the brethren. Okay, so he's gonna accuse us, and we're innocent. So in order for him to accuse us, he's got to bring up false accusations. He's got to generate false witnesses, the same way that they raised up false witnesses against our Lord, man. Okay, and they could create a false witness via the AI, And like I said, this new Google VO3, it's called Google VO3. It looks so real that the general population, they wouldn't know the difference, man. And you see it all the time. You go on Instagram, you see a AI generated video, you're gonna see at least a few comments, if not most of the comments, gonna be people who think the shit is real. This is how simple people are, man. This is how simple these people are, man. Okay. So 2 Corinthians 2:11, once again, it says these Satan should get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices, okay, of his wicked plans, of his plots, and of his schemes. And he's gonna use his technology to try to persecute the men of the Lord, man. Okay? And like it says in the book of Psalms, false witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. Okay? Now, are we afraid? No, because this is all Bible prophecy. It says, yea, all that live godly in Yahweh Shah Hamashiach shall suffer persecution. Which the word persecution in the Greek, it means to pursue at law. Okay? To pursue and deeper even to pursue at law. So this is what he's gonna do. This is what he's gonna do. He's gonna make false accusations. He may make false imagery with his AI, with his deep fake, you know, and he may generate false witnesses, okay, with his AI and shit like that, man. Which AI stands for artificial intelligence. So this is a type of intelligence, and these are demons because the word angel, well, the word demon means intelligence, okay. So what he's generating here with these AIs is really like it's spirits, okay, on the left hand side, sent forth to deceive because it's not real, okay. And I just wanted to speak on that and quote those scriptures, 2 Thessalonians 2, where it speaks about he would deceive them with all deceivableness of unrighteousness and all power and signs and lying wonders, okay. And some people think that this is a good thing, but how could it possibly be a good thing when you can't tell what's the difference between what's real and what's fake? Now we can because we have the spiritual discernment. So when we see these videos, we can notice certain things to be off. You know, whether it be the way that they mouth move or sometimes the AI imagery it looks so flawless and so perfect. The facial expressions will be very consistent. Whereas if you're a real person, you know your mannerisms would be a certain way. It'd be more natural and more fluid, you know. But this is what this devil is gonna do, man. We see how he coming, and the reason why he's doing this is because we're not for his turn, and his time is almost up. So he's gonna pull out all. He's gonna use the AI. He's gonna use the MO. He's gonna use the food. He's gonna use the air. He's gonna use the water. He's gonna use pestilences in the healthcare industry. He's gonna use the sports. He's gonna use the celebrities. He's gonna pull out everything that he got in his little witchcraft bag. It tells you that in Isaiah the 47th chapter. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. These elites, they're constantly, and Google, that's a company that's controlled by the elites. They're constantly going into their witchcraft bag, for lack of better words, and trying to see what they can pull out to further their agenda. Okay, and AI is going to play a major part in that. Isaiah the 47th chapter, it says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, which with thou hast labored from thy youth." America was founded upon witchcraft and sorcery, and on its way out, they're going to use witchcraft and sorcery. Okay, it's just more advanced now. It's just more. The imagery is more realistic now. Okay, so be on the lookout for this technology to get more and more advanced. You know, be on the lookout for potential man. Okay, and We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, yo. So love is edifying. Just a quick hit. That's all I wanted to say.